Hi, welcome back to HATV. I'm Paul Malkmus.
And I'm Ann Malkmus.
And we're here at Howey Acres, and today we're at Health Minister Training here at Howey Acres, and we have the privilege of having Pastor Dolly Lawrence with us from Vacaville. I almost said
California.
it wrong. That's right, up there by Sacramento.
That's correct.
That's neat. So it's great to have you with us.
Long flight for you, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was a wonderful flight.
Good.
No trouble.
You have an incredible testimony.
Oh,
we just heard bits and pieces of it, and I tell you what, it's incredible what you've experienced on the Howey diet so far.
How long have you been on the diet?
Consistently, I've known about the Hallelujah diet since 1997.
Okay.
It took me a couple of years before my mind would wrap around it, but I started in 1999, and for 2 years, from 1999 to 2001, I worked with my pediatrician, with my physician, and he assisted me in the initial problem that I was having with diabetes.
Oh.
And after 2 years, I lost the 46 pounds and was able to remove myself off of diabetes medication.
Oh my.
So you were type 2 diabetics.
Type 2 diabetic.
And how much insulin were you taking?
Pills. I was taking 3 pills a day, 500 each, about 1,500 milligrams of glucophage.
Okay.
And you're not taking any diabetes medicine right now?
So then that's really been since what, 2001?
2001. 2001, my readings, the A1C, for 5 or 6 years close, were ranging from 5.7 to 5.8. And the standard for someone without diabetes is about 5.6.
Wow.
So very good readings.
What did your doctor think?
He was very pleased. I'm very pleased with him. He's still my physician.
That's neat.
Well, I bet he's pretty impressed with you being his patient.
Yes, yes.
Now, you weren't just on diabetic medicine, you also had several others that you were on?
Yes, I was diagnosed with Sjogren's disease, secondary, and it affected my adrenal glands where I could not produce my own saliva. So I was on pills for that. Something else called uveitis. They couldn't find, there was some type of a virus in my immune system, a bug, and my blood pressure in my eye was about 59.
Oh dear.
The normal range is 19 to 23.
In your eye?
In my immune system, but it affected my eyes. So they had me on steroids and medication for that.
Oh dear.
Wow.
And
So
high blood pressure.
Okay. What kind of, how high was your blood pressure?
Running about 160.
Wow. And so how many medications were you on?
Total?
14.
Wow, you were on 14 different
14 different medications.
And this was back in 1990?
1999.
Wow. And how's your health been?
Fine.
Okay, and what does that look like?
Well, now I'm on 2 medications still, which I'm working on very hard because I had a life situation where I lost my mom. And I have a sister that's diabetic that's now on dialysis and blind. And I have a son that's 43 that had 2 heart attacks. He was diabetic and has a pacemaker now. So with those life situations, my emotions went kind of out.
Yes.
And I did what most people do. I turned back to food. And as you were saying today, I deviated and the symptoms of diabetes returned. So since October of last year, I'm back on schedule.
Wow.
Great. Good.
Good for you.
And so by deviating away from a healthy lifestyle, you saw the same old symptoms come back?
Yes, my readings were 368. I went from a 5.5 A1C to 11.
Wow.
That's how out of control they were.
And it doesn't take long, does it?
No.
When you revert back to the standard American diet, our body reverts back to where it was too.
Yes.
And so many people experience that where they see improvement in the health and they almost forget what it was like before. And something in life throws us a curve and all of a sudden we're back to the same comfort foods we were at before.
Yes.
And we start feeling and experiencing some of the same problems we had before.
We can appreciate where you've been. And you did have a lot of life situations thrown at you.
You do. And sounds like there's a lot of sickness in your family.
It does.
Yes, I lost my mom. She was diabetic to cancer and the diabetes, and then my sister and my son. So that's enough now to say I can't go that way.
Yeah.
So what caused you or prompted you to come to health minister training?
Well, I'm a teacher, and I love to teach. I love education.
You and Ann have that in common.
We do indeed.
And I love watching you on HATV and getting the health tips. So, and enough people were asking me, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I started a class in my home. I'm doing Dr. Malcolm's Bible 1-on-1
Yes.
Nutrition
on
101.
Yes.
Saturdays. And so they said, you need to go to class. And I was going to go, as I shared with you, but then the class, because of the location or whatever, didn't come to Sacramento. Well, someone invested in me and said, we need you to find out if there's another class this year.
Wow.
And when I found out there was one more class to come to, I registered.
Oh my, what a powerful story that is.
Yes.
That's really neat.
Wow. Well, I suspect that investment is going to reap bountiful rewards when you return home.
Yes.
And what are your plans? What do you plan to do with the information after you leave here?
Teaching,
Okay.
education, women's retreats, weekend free seminars, whatever I can do. And the goal or the pursuit is diabetes.
Yes, yes. There's so many people that are suffering with diabetes. I think, what is it, 30%?
Oh, it's high.
Yeah, 30% of the country is dealing with diabetes, and they're projecting it to go even higher.
Yes,
And
I was reading that health tip. Tripled
Yes.
by 2050 or 54,
pretty
30
quickly.
years.
And so the people really need this message,
Yes.
and we're glad that you're going to be out there helping to share it.
I'm glad too.
Yeah.
We're so happy for you, and you are the walking testimony, because I would guess that in a few short months, you're going to be walking around saying, hey, I did it once, I can do it again.
Yes. And I think that gives me a benefit because it's not easy. So I've walked through the struggle.
Oh, yes.
And that way I can kind of be a coach for them to let them know, just get up and try it again the next moment.
And
next
you're
day.
not the judge.
No.
You're there as a supporter and an advocate, but not as a judge.
Yes.
Yeah, and Ann often likes to say that the healthy diet or healthy lifestyle, it's a simple one, it's just not always easy. And when life throws us those curves, it's easy to step back a step or two or three, and
We understand.
we do.
Because
Yes.
everybody in life has life situations.
Yes, yes. But it's been a very spiritual journey for me.
I can believe that.
And just having you on HATV and the health tips coming, it was almost like me picking up my word every day and going there for the strength that I needed in order to continue. So I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you. And it is important to connect into something where you can stay grounded and supported while you're making the diet and lifestyle changes.
Even if you're in California and we are not. Isn't that wonderful that we can be connected through the internet?
Yes.
I love that.
And the people that see us around the world actually is incredible. All from just sitting here in Shelby, North Carolina. It's really neat. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And you have such a beautiful smile. I
She
love
really
her
does.
smile,
I
don't
just
you?
love her smile.
And you've lost 46 pounds
46 pounds.
and off 12 meds.
12 meds.
And you look great.
She
Thank you.
does.
You really look wonderful.
And we wish you the best with your ministry.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us on another episode of HATV. This is AM and PM, and we'll see you next time.